The National Association of Realtors earlier this year announced that it would be policing realtors in America. It's a trade association. You do not have to belong. You can be a realtor and not belong to the Realtors Association. The problem is, in legal right, you can be a realtor. In practicality, you cannot because of your access to the multiple listing service that the realtors control. The realtors announced that they would be policing your behavior outside of being a realtor. And that leads us to a preacher named Brandon Huber. Let's go, Brandon, this real Brandon. Brandon Huber is the pastor of the Clinton Community Church in Clinton, Montana. The Clinton Community Church has for years partnered with the Missoula Food Bank in Missoula, Montana, for a program called Kids Eat Free. They hungry, poor kids, they make sure have a meal for free at no cost. And the church has helped for years. Well, the Alphabet Gang showed up in Missoula, Montana. And the Alphabet Gang convinced the Missoula, Montana Food Bank that they needed to start passing off Alphabet Gang materials to the kids. Just in case the kids were curious about their sexuality, we need to make sure they understand those feelings they have, that love is love. And the Clinton Community Church, which is a biblical Orthodox church, shares the views of 3 billion Christians on planet Earth, 2 billion Muslims, and 1 billion Hindu on the matter of sexual ethics. Said, we're very sorry. We're not going to be able to participate with you anymore as a church because your views that you're advocating from the Alphabet Gang violate core Christian doctrine on sexual ethics. But don't worry, Food Bank. We will take the money we've been giving to you and we will help you feed the children on our own terms at our own facility so we can make sure kids still eat. And so they did. But a member of the Alphabet Gang was having none of it. Brandon Huber is the pastor of Clinton Community Church. Now, here's a shocking statistic you may not know. Did you know that 68%, more than 2/3 of the pastors in the United States of America who pastor church congregations do not actually earn their living from the church? They earn their living elsewhere. More than 2/3 of the preachers in the United States of America who pastor churches earn their living from something other than preaching. They preach in their spare time, much as it was in the early church. Brandon Huber is one of those people. He gets a stipend from the Clinton Community Church for being their pastor, but in his day job, he's a realtor. You see where this goes. A member of the Alphabet Gang in Missoula, Montana, has filed an ethics complaint against Brandon Huber with the Grievance Committee of the Missoula Organization of Realtors. According to the Alphabet Gang complaint, the National Association of Realtors says you may take no action harmful to the race, color, religion, sex, handicap, familial status, national origin, sexual orientation, or gender identity of another person as a realtor or in your private life. According to the then president of the National Association of Realtors, who is from San Francisco, California, quote, I applaud the National Association of Realtors Board of Directors and our Professional Standards Committee for their efforts to raise the bar on the professionalism and private speech of America's 1.4 million realtors. Combating and overcoming bigotry and injustice starts with each of us. Realtors today took tangible steps to ensure we are held to the highest possible standards while providing a mechanism of enforcement for those who violate our new policies. In other words, your private conduct and your deeply held religious beliefs can now have you barred from being a member of the Realtor Association. And if you are barred from being a member of the Realtors Association, many realtors and realty companies won't do business with you as a realtor because you can't have access to the multiple listing service. They take away your ability to be a realtor, even though legally you can still be one. So Brandon Huber is the pastor of the Clinton Community Church. Brandon Huber in his day job is a realtor. And the Alphabet Gang has filed an ethics grievance against him with the local Realtor Association. He could be fined by the Realtors Association $5,000. He's got to attend an ethics hearing on December 2nd. He could be booted from the association and deprived of his livelihood because his church, not him, but his church, the church he's the pastor of, decided that they could not partner with the food bank because the food bank was advocating contrary to biblical doctrine. You will be made to care.